Yeah, he cooperated. I know Blue Toe. I'm like, what up, man? He like, you rat ass. My daddy said you a rat.
We are talking about BMF again, but this time I want to talk about somebody other than Meech or Tammy. We talking about Bleu Davinci. Bleu Davinci, in case you didn't know, he's one of the first ones to come on the internet and say that Meech was all bad, right? But why did he come on the internet and say that? I don't know. Maybe it's because he was actually being accused of being an informant, a rat, by a lot of people, including people from BMF. I got some paperwork that I stumbled across that seems pretty interesting to me. I don't see why anybody else hasn't said anything about it, and it looks very, very weird and suspect. And this is all in Bleu Davinci's file. We're gonna go over that, so make sure you guys watch it all the way into the end, and I'm pretty sure I have proof, actual proof, that I'm going to show you guys that it wasn't Meech that was cooperating in the Cuffy case. It was actually Bleu Davinci, okay? Now, let's go ahead and get into
October of 2008, Bleu Davinci was sentenced to 5 years and 4 months in federal prison. Bleu claimed that Meech presented himself as only being involved in the music industry, and it wasn't until way later that he found out about the cocaine part of the business.
That's a lie.
He said that he didn't show him the other side of his world in terms of all the cocaine trafficking, and he did his 5 years. He got released in 2011.
Okay, so now you remember some of the videos that Bleu have done. You hear him in there talking about, yeah, y'all in the street, y'all want to do something, y'all want to make some real money, yeah, da da da. He knew, he lying. You know, that's the reason why he came over, because it was a free meal. That's what it was. Let's just call it what it is. These dudes, man, they weren't a part of the business. They were around. Meech, like I said, Meech loved them boys. Meech he does things like that. So he loved them boys, and them guys, man, they were fully aware of what was going on. That was the reason why they never really tried to move up. They wanted to go off into other ventures because they wasn't built for the shit that we were doing.
Well, did Bleu Davinci cooperate or no?
Yeah, he cooperated. I mean, I didn't say it. It was in Miss Mara Shaloup's book, where
his own attorney wrote a book, and it says in the book itself, Bleu Davinci cooperated with the feds.
His own lawyer said, yeah, if there was anything else that we could do, Your Honor, to help you along with this case.
Did you hear that? Is there anything else we can do? You guys got to remember, he had what's called a safety valve in his paperwork. That's the deal he took from the Fed. There are 5 criteria to meet that safety valve. We're going to go over that here in a little bit, of what that criteria actually is. Some people want to say, oh, he just had a debriefing. What do you think happens when you do a safety valve? They debrief you.
My client would be more than willing to cooperate with you all to help you in this investigation. But now the thing of it is by you admitting what was done, you know what I'm saying, what you done or whatever, but bottom line is, you know, you didn't take the single plea. You went in and was giving them information on shit they already had and thought it was cool, but you still, you know, that was part of that. You just confirmed the other CIs just done told. Plus you did a smack video prior to that was giving them the whole fucking play. They never knew nothing about it. That smack video was detrimental in finding out who each person was.
So that was Vlad TV interviewing Sosa, who, if I'm not mistaken, was like one of the original members of BMF, or one of like the co-founders or something like that. And you heard it right there. He's saying Bleu Davinci testified. He didn't say he testified. He said he cooperated. And it's in his lawyer's book, which it actually is, that he cooperated. The lawyer said in the book, they asked the judge, is there anything else we can do for you in this case? I want you to keep that in your minds, because I'm going to show you guys something a little bit later that has something to do with that, all right? check this out. We got WAC 100. Now, I know. I don't trust WAC 100 100% either. But what he's saying here, I actually fact checked it and it's actually true. He's explaining what this safety valve is in Bleu Davinci's paperwork.
I get a call from one of my guys, Baby Runner, from 40 Crip. And he's telling me, I'm listening to you talk and you got it all wrong. See, at one point he was accused of telling about the compartments in the limousine. But then the paperwork came out and it was the driver that told on that.
And honestly, I was wrong on that part. I was saying that he snitched on that part too, but that's still kind of suspect because the DEA had that limousine for 3 years and couldn't get it open. But all of a sudden, mysteriously, the next person that bought it somehow got the compartments open and reported $870,000 in cash. I wouldn't have reported anything. No, I didn't find anything in here, sir. I don't know what you're talking about.
And this where you see Big Meech kind of do the intro to his mixtape when he paroled. So when I put Baby Runner on the phone with Bleu Davinci, because it kind of kicked off on the Clubhouse app, Baby Runner been to the feds. He said, what's the 5 elements of the safety valve or your proffer? He said, Blue said, 1, you must take your time, your plea in a timely manner. 2, has to be a nonviolent crime. 3, you can never have a criminal history. 4, it can't be violence within the crime. He said, and what's the 5th one? He said, you have to cooperate with the federal government.
There it is. You have to cooperate with the federal government in order to get the safety valve.
He said, well, my attorney spoke for me. He said, whatever's coming out your attorney mouth is coming from you. Correct. And you have to say, he said, well, everything I had to say, they already had. He said, that's cool. If you're corroborating stories or other accusations against other people, right, and they know that to be true, right, then they're gonna grant you your safety valve. If you don't qualify for one of those things, right, they're not gonna give you your time deduction, right? So he said, well, was you behind the wall? Blue tells Baby Runner, what you mean? He said, you know what I mean. Was you behind the wall? Was you at a USP? He said, well, I started at one, but ended up in a minimum security, which I think is the one Big Meech paroled out of in Florida. He said, okay. Next question. Did you get any time off? Then Blue hesitated and said, yes. You know how much time he got off for dirty in his name? 8 months.
That's it?
Now, I don't know. I find that part kind of hard to believe, but he did get the safety valve. I don't know if he just got an 8-month time cut. If he did, that's wow, bro. You really saw it. You serving 5 years. What's it, another 8 more months? Well, you know what? I'm speaking from somebody who's never been to prison. I've never been locked up longer than like 3 weeks at a time. So maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I think like that. I'm not sure, but you got 8 months shaved off your time, bro. So not only is Sosa saying that, what's his name? Bleu Davinci, Ratatouille, Blue. Sosa's not the only BMF member saying that he snitched on him. We got also J-Bo, or Junior Boss, who was supposed to be like Meech's right-hand man or something like that. He's going to talk about a different time later on down the line where he suspects Blue may have snitched.
From your point of view, did Blue cooperate or did he not cooperate?
Man, look, man. Me personally, I never seen no paperwork on Blue. And prison rule, if you don't have paperwork, really don't bring this shit to me. But it's a difference when I'm the paperwork. So I think Blue told. I know Blue told. He told on me. He probably told on you. You can't pick no motherfuckers who you gonna tell on. They're gonna ask you about I guess ask you about whoever, whatever, and you're gonna have to answer them questions about them. So the reason that I felt, even the book had just came out when I was in prison. I read that whole book and I was like, God damn.
He's talking about the book by Bleu Davinci's lawyer.
I'm my nephew. I know he ain't doing this shit. So that's when I wrote, bro. He got a letter back to him like, man, they just making it seem like, ooh. I said, all right, bro. Because he know I'm going to think for myself. Like, this motherfucker tell. I called my homegirl D. I like, man, tell moms and they trying to see if a motherfucker, they got Meech down here, but I ain't see Meech. But they got him down here. They trying to see if he want to tell them woo and all that shit. I like, man, that's some bullshit. She said, where you at? I said, I'm in Lovejoy. She said, that's crazy. He said, Blue down there. I said, Blue down where? She said, Blue down there in Lovejoy, where you at? I said, shit, so Blue ain't down here with me. I said, Blue down with me, he'll be back in the hole. Now, mind you, Chip 2 Cuzzo was back there and D-Shot was back there. So I went to court first. When they come through there, they let me and Cuzzo go outside the wreck. I like, bro, I ran him down to him what was going on. He's like, oh, man, you ain't got to worry about me. I'm good. I ain't got nothing to say to them people. So after that day, they put separate T's on us. So we couldn't go outside together, none of that shit. So I couldn't even see him no more. But he ended up going to court and they shipped him right out. D-Shot and came, I screamed through the vents, telling him what was going on. Same thing with him. He went there, he ain't say shit. They shipped him back out. They made me stay in that motherfucker for 3 weeks. And if me, D-Shot, and Chip 2 Cuzzo couldn't see no motherfucker, even though you ain't in the same pile with a motherfucker that's telling on you, and Blue could, I'm the paperwork. I don't need no motherfucking paperwork to say that nigga is telling. He told. Because if you didn't tell, motherfucker, you would be right back there where I was at. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say, if anybody asks about that shit, I really don't like talking about it because I ain't finna go back and forth with Blue about this shit that he did. I'm not finna go back and forth with. He know that. But, nigga, you got a meatball. Meaning that you ain't hardly getting no time.
All right, so that was J-Bo, aka Junior Boss. I guess he was like Meech's right-hand man or something like that. And he's saying he knows Bleu Davinci told on him, even though he hasn't seen paperwork. He's saying he knows he told on him. Now, like I told y'all, I had Pacer queued up. I was going through some things, and I went through Blue's file, and his file looks very weird to me. Now, I am an amateur at this, put it the best way, but I want to show you guys real quick. This right here is Meech's file. It is 25 pages long, right? He took a plea, so there's no court transactions or anything like that. He just took a plea. He pled out. And I saw somebody earlier on a video talking about, oh yeah, this is proof Meech took a deal because he got a downward departure at sentencing. Well, duh. Anytime you take a plea, you get a downward departure at sentencing. That is the point of taking the plea. Anytime you go ahead and say I'm guilty because they done offered you, say, 10 years instead of 15, that's a downward departure. Come on, people. So anyways, this is Meech's file. You guys see how it looks right there, right? Never mind the color, but you see how it looks right there. 25 pages long. This is Bleu Davinci's file. It keeps going and going and going and going and going. This is one case, the one case that he was indicted on for being a part of BMF in 2007. Look. Indictment at the very top here. Indictment 7/10/2007. Now, you guys want to see the indictment? The indictment looks really weird. This right here is the indictment. All these redacted spots, these are people who are probably cooperating. The ones that aren't redacted are people that were going to trial or didn't cooperate. If you notice, it does not say Berima McKnight anywhere on here, except for probably underneath these black spots. This doesn't mean you took a deal. This doesn't mean you took a plea deal and pled guilty. This means you cooperated with the government. If your name is not listed right here on this indictment, your name, you cooperated with the government, okay? Even if you go down here, where it's listing all the defendants again, there's more redaction. Berima McKnight, aka Bleu Davinci, is not listed here. But this was found in Bleu Davinci's file. Berima McKnight. You guys can go to Pacer and look it up yourself. Now, there's some other things in here that stood out to me. Do you see all these deactivated sealed documents? I didn't even bother with those because this right here really stuck out to me. The leave of absence, right? And I'm like, okay, is he applying for a leave of absence or what the heck is going on here? Well, what a leave of absence is, it's pretty much the prosecuting attorney letting the court know, hey, don't try these specific cases on this date because I'm not going to be in office, right? This was also found in Bleu Davinci's file. These are the cases right here where it says, right here next to Reed, where it has all the addressees at top, right underneath that. It says where it says United States versus Walker, etc. Right? These are the cases that the prosecuting attorney is asking the court not to try on a specific day because they will be out of office. At the bottom of this list, it says United States versus Flannery. They were trying to bring more charges against Big Meech in 2007. Why is this paper in Bleu Davinci's file when he's not listed on here? Was he going to testify against Big Meech? Was he going to cooperate with the feds against Big Meech? Or did he during his debrief, did he give them corroborating information about a certain thing that had to do with Meech? Weird, right? Now, if you keep looking at his file, you keep going down, this is all his court stuff right here. But once you get down to like 2008, there are a lot more leave of absences. All the way down from 2008 until 2019. Mind you, he took his plea deal in 2008, got out in 2011 or 2013, something like that? Right? 2012, 2013? No, 2007 to 5 years would be 2012, right? Why are these leave of absence notices still being put in his file in 2019? Now, in 2019, this is that one's from 2013. In 2019, this is the leave of absence right here. Notice, Berima McKnight is not listed on here. Berima McKnight is Bleu Davinci. He is not listed on here. I don't know any of these people. I don't know all the people in BMF, but why is this list of people that were looking at court date, why are they in Bleu Davinci's file? Was he going to testify against somebody on this paper? In one of these trials, one of these court dates? Was he going to testify? Because you got to remember, a lot of the feds conviction rate comes from plea bargain, which means informants don't have to testify, which means they're probably not going to be in any they're not going to be any court documents on that person testifying because they didn't have to, right? That was 2019. Let's go back to 2013. Because I do see a leave of absence right here, 6/12/2013. Let's look at that one. June 12, 2013, leave of absence filed by the United States Attorney's Office. This was also found in Bleu Davinci's file. Do you see that highlighted name there? U.S. versus Flannery. Now, what else do we know happened in 2013? That has to do with these snitching allegations that are coming out. What else happened in 2013? They were going after Cuffy and Suarez too. This shows right here, they were going after Meech in 2013 with Cuffy and Suarez. And who was going to testify against them? Probably Bleu Davinci, because this paper is in his file. Why? Why is the United States attorney putting this paper in his file when, if we go back to Meech's file, it's not there? Now, I do have something else that I can do to see if I can pull up something in his file for 2013. Let's go ahead and see. This is all Big Meech's court filing. Nothing dates past 2008. So that means that this paper from 2013 is not in Meech's file. Probably because that case was thrown out. Because of Tammy. So Meech never had to go to court or anything for that. But it looks like here, Bleu Davinci was supposed to be there for some reason, even though he was out of prison already. All right, so there you have it. I don't know what you guys think about that. You guys can let me know down in the comment section. To me, this proves to me that not only did Bleu Davinci cooperate with the feds in the original BMF case, but he was still working all the way after that until 2019, 2020. You see right there, why are these pages in his file? Somebody want to tell me, can anybody explain why these pages are in his file after his trial was done and over with? He served his prison time and got released. These were still being added to his file for another 8 years afterwards. Is that because this was part of his safety valve? Cooperating in these cases were part of his safety valve. Look how many of these there are. These leave of absence. Let's start here. From 2008 all the way until 2019. And this whole block right here, 553 through 704, that's all leave of absences. These are all probably different cases. You guys can go on Pacer and look for this yourself and find this. This page that I just pulled up right here, you don't even have to pay for that page. The pages with all the court documents that list the court documents, that's completely free. You can go look that up yourself. I don't know, guys, but you guys let me know what you guys think about this down in the comment section. To me, it's very intriguing. It's very intriguing. Oh, I almost forgot. I did ask in the last video, why did little Meech try to fight Bleu Davinci?
And somebody, one of the workers was like, hey, there go your nephew over there, little Meech. So I'm like, oh, shit, where he at? Cause I ain't even know nothing was wrong. I'm like, what up now? He like, you rat ass. My daddy said you a rat. And whoa. I said, what? He like, you owe my daddy money.
There you have it. That's why little Meech tried to fight Bleu Davinci when he seen him. Because Big Meech told him that Bleu Davinci was a rat. That he snitched. And according to Bleu Davinci's timeline, his very own timeline, this happened in 2019. So, Bleu Davinci says the last time he spoke to Big Meech was in 2017. He asked Big Meech how to show. What about the show? He says, Big Meech says, you know, we got a couple more things to do. We got to run it through 50 and Tammy is a government informant. And Bleu Davinci says, what? Meech, Tammy is cooperating with the Fed. Blue, well, I don't know nothing about that. That ain't got nothing to do with me. And that's the last time he talked to Meech. Now he done changed the story. He switched it around to where he's saying he told Meech that Tammy was an informant. That's not what he originally said, though. Now he's saying that. I don't know. I don't believe Blue whatsoever. In order to get that safety valve, you had to give them some kind of cooperating information, my guy. And you would have not got that time cut if you didn't. You would have never had a safety valve in your paperwork if you didn't. You gave them something. Whether you just went ahead and corroborated the evidence that they already had, which is still snitching, or you kept on working, which is what your file shows. They had that. They held you on that safety valve for another 8 years after your release, bro. And that's why when right before Meech tried to come home, in like 2021 or something like that, when he wasn't eligible for his time cut, Blue started the narrative that Meech was a rat. Because he probably was scared that Meech was going to come out saying that he was a rat. Come on, gang. Come on, gang. Anyways, y'all, that's my video for today. Let me know what y'all think about it down in the comment section. Man, I can't trust homeboy. Hey, if you made it this far and you're new to the channel, make sure you go down and hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit the bell icon. That way YouTube notifies you every time I drop a new video. Make sure you guys hit that like button for me. We are growing. We're up over 3,000 subscribers, you guys. Let's keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. All my current subscribers, I love you guys very much. Thank you guys for hitting that like button and commenting. All that stuff is free for you guys to do, and it helps the video get into the YouTube algorithm. And when you guys do that, that helps the channel. That helps the channel bring in more revenue. Thank you guys very much. I love you guys very much. It's your boy King Charm. I'm about this motherfucker. Peace.